Hey everybody, welcome back to Casey Has an Idea. My name's Casey and today we'll be making a Dollar Tree Christmas meal for two. This meal will consist of an appetizer, a main meal, and a dessert, along with a fun festive drink. So let me go ahead and grab the camera and I'll turn you guys around so I can show you the ingredients that I have, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Here is what I picked up. Let's go through everything. Here we have these crackers. I thought they looked really fancy actually. And then we have the block of cream cheese, a bag of sauced carrots, one package of the smoked sausage, a 4-pack of cola, this jar of very fancy looking red sweet pepper strips, package of cheddar garlic biscuits, a package of brownie mix, can of potatoes, package of pudding. You can use whatever flavor you like. I'm going with chocolate. Here we have a tub of Cool Whip and a can of cherry pie filling. All right, so the first thing we are going to do is actually start with our dessert, mainly because I need to get this brownie mix baking. Okay, so the brownie mix, we are not following the instructions on the back because we do not have access to eggs right now at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be using, I haven't done this before personally, so I'll let you know if it was a bad idea. And if it's a bad idea, then I recommend to just pick up ready-made brownies at Dollar Tree. They would be with the rest of the packaged snack foods. They do have some packaged brownies there, which if you want to go about that way, you can go about that way. But I'm going to give it a try by mixing the fudge brownie mix with the cola. So let's go ahead and get that started, and then we can work with the appetizer after that. Oh, also, just to mention, I do have some herbs and spices here from Dollar Tree. I did not include these in my budget. I would just say use what you have. You do not need to go out and buy anything that you don't already have. I went ahead and preheated my oven for 350 degrees, and now I'm going to go ahead and open up this fudge brownie mix and get it into the bowl. And to that, I'm going to add 6 ounces of this cola. I have in a previous video have done something similar to this. I did a boxed cake mix and I added an entire can of soda to it. And so now I'm doing half a can to the brownies. Theoretically, it should work. The orange cream cake that I made over the summer last year worked fantastic. All right, I've poured exactly 6 ounces into my glass here. So I'm going to pour that into the brownie mix. Just going to turn this around so I can hold on to it. There are other things you can use as an alternative to eggs if you want to follow the instructions on the back of the fudge mix. So you need the oil, which is no problem, water, and 1 egg. If you wanted to try, you can substitute 1/4 cup of applesauce in it instead of putting the egg in. Or you can also use aquafaba, which would be the liquid from a chickpea can, which Dollar Tree does have chickpeas. I have not tried either of those either, so I cannot vouch for either of those. And we will see how this turns out on whether I can vouch for that. All right, so I have this 8x8 dish here lined with some parchment paper, and I'm just going to pour the brownie mix into that. I'm going to stick that in my oven. Again, it's set for 350 degrees, and it's going to go in for about 25 minutes. Next here, we're going to work on our appetizer. We're going to be putting together a cream cheese spread to go onto the crackers. I have never used these before, the red sweet pepper strips, but it sounds like they would taste really good in this cream cheese spread. So let's get them opened. Oh look, you can see the little bits of where they were roasted. That's cool. And there's a little chunk of garlic in there. I'm going to be adding garlic powder into my cream cheese as I'm blending it together. So if you don't have that, you can just use the garlic that's in here. How convenient is that? All right, let me get this thing opened. And I think I'm going to give it a try just to make sure it tastes okay. Wow, they're entire bell peppers. I thought they were chopped up. Oh, oh my goodness, they taste so good. Oh, wow. These are really good. They are going to be delicious in that cream cheese spread. And they will also be going into the main meal. I should use a fork here so you guys aren't grossed out by my fingers taking the food out of the jar. I'm just eyeballing it here. That's probably good. I don't think I need a whole lot in it. I mean, that's like quite a bit, actually. I'm going to set that jar aside. I'm going to give these a rough chop, and then we are going to just blend up that cream cheese, which if you've had it sitting out for a long time, and it's already at room temperature, you probably don't even have to worry about using the blender. You could probably just stir it with something else. But I like to use the blender, the hand mixer, I should say. I don't know why I'm calling it a blender. Sorry. I meant the hand mixer. I like to use the hand mixer because it puts air into it, so it's more like a whipped cream cheese spread. All right, those are good. Now I'm going to set those aside, and we're going to get started on getting that cream cheese softened and adding a little bit of flavor to it. I'm just going to put the whole block of cream cheese into here. Okay, so I am just going to eyeball what I want to put in here. I would like to put a little bit of pepper. Can you all still see? I'm so sorry. It's not even open. There we go. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. One thing that I've never seen at Dollar Tree that I wish they had, and y'all probably, if you've watched my videos before, you probably know I love dill, and there's no dill at Dollar Tree that I've ever seen. Okay, this is chives. A little bit of garlic powder. Just a little bit. Onion powder. Just a little bit. Okay, it's like stuck. Just a little bit. And parsley. Okay, remember, if you don't have these, don't even feel like you have to put those in. You put in what you like, because you would have already in your kitchen what you would like. Because you might not like these. Okay, and I did not put paprika in there. I had thought about it because I do have some Dollar Tree paprika, but we got the bell pepper, so we got the paprika essentially in. Now I'm going to add in the peppers. Oh, I just want to specify, I keep calling them peppers, like bell peppers, so they're not spicy, just so you guys know. They're not spicy at all. Just super flavorful. I'm going to stir that in on low. All right, so I got down one of my serving platters here. I think this one will work nicely. It's so shiny. I don't know how that's going to come across in the video. It's so shiny. All right, so in this smaller portion, I'm going to go ahead and put this spread that we just made. And in the other portion, we're going to go ahead and put the crackers. And then this appetizer will be complete. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add one of those peppers on top of that. Just like that. Oh. Here. All right, here's the crackers. This is good. They come in individual packages so that you don't have to open them all up at once if you're not going to eat them all. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these opened to finish our appetizer platter here. Oh, look at that. They look nice. All right, so obviously I'm not good at arranging crackers. I started to mess with them and I wanted to break one. I wanted to break them in half, but they didn't break very well on the perforation, so I guess be aware of that. So I just left the rest of them that I didn't crumble. This is 2 packages of crackers. Obviously we have the other 2. I think for 2 people that's probably enough. So this appetizer I would say is probably enough for 4 people if I were to open up both packages of the crackers. For now, I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the fridge, but there is our appetizer. The brownies are done. I'm going to let that cool completely. To speed along the process today while I'm filming, I'm going to move it to the fridge to cool completely. The brownie has cooled completely. I have pulled it off, I pulled the parchment paper off a little bit, and I tried a little piece that came off, and I can tell you can taste the cola in it. So I do want to mention that. It's also, I feel like it's a little soft. Like it's not as stuck together as brownie usually is, but I think it will work for our dessert here. But if you want to try one of those other substitutes for eggs, like I mentioned before, you can do that. I'm going to open these 4 pudding cups and put them all 4 inside of this bowl. And now I'm going to open the Cool Whip up. I'm going to add a little bit of this Cool Whip in with the chocolate pudding. We're going to be making a parfait, so we'll layer it into the glasses that I have here. I have a feeling it's going to make more than 2. Better to have extra than not enough. Okay, so that is ready. And now I've opened up the cherry pie filling, and that is going to be a layer, and then the Cool Whip is going to be a layer. All right, so for this last one, I'm going to go ahead and flip the layers and do the Cool Whip first, and then the cherry on top. I'm sorry, you did not get to see that last one get decorated. So as you can see, we definitely have enough left of everything to do 2 more of these. But since I'm doing this for 2 for this video, only 2 are completed now. But there's enough ingredients, absolutely enough ingredients to make 4 of those. I did manage to get another 2 of these desserts made. As you can see, they're a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable size. And then I have my little sample bowl here that I'm going to try. I'm going to put these in the fridge for probably, well, I mean, we're not going to have them until after we have eaten our meal. But I would say that if you're just putting them in the fridge to have them, then I would say give them about an hour just to get everything cooled and blended together. Also, I have about half the can of the cherry pie filling left, and that's with making 4 of them, you know, and some of the Cool Whip. And then just to show you guys that I put those sodas into the fridge, these are 2 of the sealed ones, and then that open one. I don't know how much we'll need. Time for the main dish. This should come together really quickly. I have preheated my oven to 375 degrees, or it's preheating. So for this, we'll need the smoked sausage. I've already opened up this can of potatoes and drained them, and then this bag of the carrots. I thawed the carrots out. And, oh yeah, and the biscuits. So we gotta get the biscuit mix mixed together. I'm going to use water since that's what is in our budget for today. You guys know Rebecca from Dollar Tree Dinners. She made this with the water and said that it worked out great with the water if you don't have milk. And so we're going to make it with the water. If you do have milk, then use milk. I do have milk, but you know, I didn't get it at Dollar Tree, so I'm not just going to use it. Half a cup. Half a cup of water. Biscuit mix. Stir it up. I think it could use just a tad more water. Let me go get some. All right, that's better. I think I put about an extra tablespoon or so in, not more than that. If anything, it was a little under. And now it's much more liquidy. I forgot. I was going to put some of these in there too, so in this meal. Not in the biscuits, just in the meal. A cookie sheet here. It's covered with aluminum foil and parchment paper. And I'm opening up the sausage. Plop those in the middle. And like I said, I'm just going to cut them in half. So I don't think we need a cutting board for this. I'm just going to put them there. Let's put them like that. Yeah. And now I'm going to put the carrots around it. These carrots, it's nice because they're in a butter sauce. Like I said, I thawed them out. I thawed them out because I'm going to be cooking the biscuits at the same time as I'm baking all of this. And now the potatoes. If you want to, you can mix the potatoes and the carrots up. It's up to you. I am going to be adding some seasoning. So. And if you've never had the potatoes out of the can, they are surprisingly tasty. I've only tried this brand, the Del Monte Diced New potatoes. They're the only ones that I've tried. The other one with the sliced one, I haven't tried it yet, so I can't say whether that's good or not. All right, and then we're gonna put in a few of the bell peppers too. Now I'm just going to add some salt, pepper, and all those spices that I had out earlier. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Mainly on the potatoes, but I'll put a little bit on the carrots too. But mainly the potatoes because they're not flavored, they're just plain. If you like plain, then keep it plain. It was just a very small amount that I put on the carrots. That was quite a bit of garlic. Okay, so technically speaking, everything I've done so far would feed 4 people. The appetizer that I made would feed 4, and the dessert would feed 4. This would feed 2, but if you wanted to double it, I mean, that would be an extra bag of carrots, an extra can of potatoes, and an extra package of sausage. So an extra $3.75, and this meal could technically feed 4 people. Okay, so that was salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, chives, and parsley. Use whatever you got. That's what I did. I used what I had. And now for the biscuits, I'm going to put them on the outside. Now there is a little bit of liquid in what we got here. And yes, it will be touching the biscuit, but I don't anticipate that being a problem. The package of biscuit mix says it makes 12 to 14. We barely made 6, but these are larger than what they recommend, of course. Okay, so I'm going to stick that in the oven, which I have at 375 degrees, and I'm going to put that in there for probably about half an hour. The sausages are cooked through, the carrots are thawed out, and the potatoes just need to be warmed. So basically we are cooking the biscuits. When the biscuits are done, the dish will be done. Just going to give you all an update. I checked the temperature of the sausage and it registers at 165. This is with 10 minutes still left to go. I thought the biscuits were getting brown already, so I covered them with foil so they don't get too browned. And I gave the potatoes and the carrots a little stir and added some more salt and pepper. Whoa, okay, the aluminum foil flew off. Okay, so this is our completed dish here. I think it looks very nice. So you can put it on the table like this, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't think you have to put it on a fancy plate or anything. What I'm going to try to do is to actually put it on a serving platter, but to do that, I won't be able to keep the biscuits connected to it. All right, I've got it all on my serving platter. Even the biscuits. I think the biscuits might be a little much on the serving platter though. I think I'll put them back on the plate. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna have to have the biscuits on the side. Okay, I'm gonna get this on the table with everything else so we can see everything together. Oh, before we do that, gotta make our drink. All right, so over here I have 3 glasses because I think I can make 3 drinks with what we have left. I'm going to, in the bottom of each glass, put the cherries. So what we're essentially making is a cream cherry cola. All right, I think that's good. Now we need to crush the cherries up. You can use a fork if you so choose to. I'm going to use a muddler because I have one of those. This is what mine looks like. It has this rubber end here that I'm going to use to mash. This is so simple, you guys. So just take the cola, open it up. Next, well, I mean, you can give that a stir, but you don't have to, because you're going to be giving it a stir once we add the Cool Whip into there. You know what, I think I am going to open that other can up. Okay, so next we're just going to add a plop of Cool Whip into each one of these glasses. And give that a stir. Whoa! Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay, so I will say when I experimented, I just did a small portion, not a full portion, so I didn't know that it would spill this much. But now you guys can see that, because had I not done that, you wouldn't have known that it was going to overflow like that, right? Okay, the more you can get it mixed in, the more it'll taste like a cream soda. You know what, we're going to leave it like that. It can be stirred in as people drink it. Here they are all cleaned up. All right, to our left here we have our appetizer. I did open up another package of those Greta crackers. They're so good. I need to get some of those and have them in my cabinet. Nobody will ever know if they're from Dollar Tree. They taste so fancy. And then we have our spread that we made with the cream cheese and the herbs and the roasted red bell peppers that were so flavorful and delicious. And then, of course, our main meal is the sausage with the potatoes and carrots. And we baked that in the oven with the biscuits all on one pan. And if we wanted to just make for easy cleanup, I would not have put it on these serving platters. I would have just put the sheet pan out. Here is our lovely desserts, the parfaits, like a Black Forest cherry cake, and then our cream cherry sodas. I'm going to go ahead and give myself out a serving, and I'll let you know how everything is. The biscuits, they turned out just fine with water. Of course, I think they would have been more creamy and fluffy with milk, but I have no complaints about using the water. The appetizer of the crackers with the cream cheese was very flavorful. I loved it. I will say you need to be a cream cheese fan to like it, of course. I had a goal when I was making the main dish of making sure it wasn't mush. I think sometimes our holiday dishes are all just very mushy and casserole-y, and I wanted to have separate elements. So in that case, I did succeed. However, I definitely should have flavored the potatoes and the carrots much more aggressively, because the butter sauce that came with the carrots did not do its job of flavoring even the carrots. I thought the carrots were very bland. So if you do this, I would very highly suggest more aggressive seasoning, and if you have some fat of some sort, maybe get that on the potatoes and the carrots. The dessert was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Everyone loved it. I wouldn't change a thing. It was so good. After everything was all layered, the soda brownie was perfect. I really didn't taste any cola in it after it was all layered. The drink was also a success, just a simple cherry cola with cream. It was really good despite the mess that it made. My favorite dishes were the appetizer and the dessert. So that is going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a good time coming along with my little experiment of everything. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for staying here with me today. Love you guys. Bye-bye.